So here there's a problem, and I'll read the problem to you. Kendra earns $26 a week delivering newspapers. How much money will she earn if she delivers newspapers for 8 weeks? What do I know? I know that Kendra earns $26 a week. I know that she's going to deliver for 8 weeks. The question I have to answer is how much money will she earn if she delivers newspapers for those 8 weeks? So I'm looking at 26 and 26 and 26 and 26 8 times. I can show that with base 10 blocks, or I can take a shortcut and show it on the base 10 grid paper. So I know that Kendra earns $26 a week. So if I look at 1 week, Kendra earns $6. I'm going to count across to 26, show how much she earns in 1 week. So here's 10, here's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I were going to show how much she earns in 1 week with this grid paper, I could just make a line across all those squares. That's $26 in 1 week. But Kendra's working hard. She's working for 8 weeks. So that $26, we now need to think of 8 times. If I made 8 rows of 26, it'll show me how much she makes in the 8 weeks. So instead of 1 row, we need 8 rows. So I'm still going to go 26 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that's how much she earns in 1 week. But she's working really hard. She's working for 8 weeks. So I'm going to make 8 rows of 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have the total that Kendra's earned. We've got 8 rows with 26 in each row. Let's find out how much that is. I can start by counting up the number of 10s that I have here. Right? These are all groups of 10. If I model these in base 10, so how many do I have here? I've got 8 and 8 more. So I have 16. But it's 16 tens. How much is 16 tens? 160. Then I have to figure out how many I have over here. These wouldn't be tens because there isn't 10 down or across. These are all ones. How many of them do I have? I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 rows of 6. 8 rows of 6 would be 8 times 6. That would be 48 ones. If I add these up, 160 and 48, I know that altogether I have 208. So I think I have an answer to my question. Kendra earned $208 in 8 weeks. There's a shortcut for doing this. If you don't want to use the base 10 paper, you can do this as a shortcut. A shortcut in mathematics is called an algorithm. So I can think of 26 as 20 and 6 and break it up into an algorithm, a diagram. So 20 and 6, and I want 8 groups. I want 8 groups of 20 and 8 groups of 6, which would give me 26 groups of 8. 20 groups of 8 and 6 groups of 8 is 26 groups of 8. It's a little faster to break up the number and work on it this way. So here I'm doing 8 times 20. Well, 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 20 is 160. I'm adding 1 0 from my factor. I'm looking at the 20 and the 8. I have 1 0, so I'm going to add that. How many is 6 groups of 8? That's 40. So if I add this together, I'll find out how much 26 groups of 8 is. 160 plus 48. Is 208. Those are the same numbers we had over here. Our diagram is a way of doing what we did with our base 10 blocks or our base 10 paper. Because here we have (20) groups of 8, and here we have 6 groups of 8, which is exactly what we did over here, just without the grid paper.